Hi Karen, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Karen is our business owner for Meloosha Homecare West Lothian, and you came here today to do some strategy work with us, and she had to bring her own tea.
Yep.
And
Cheapskates in here.
Prosecco next time, Karen.
And she's promising us there's no Prosecco in here, right?
No, definitely.
Right, okay. So we dragged her in to say, okay, you can't come here without recording something with us. So that's
great. They promised me Prosecco and vodka.
That's a lie. I didn't, because she has to drive here.
Instead, you've got a big list of strategies for marketing and networking.
Yes. Yeah, we're busy when I go home.
So just for people who are listening to this, I met Karen back in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
I started trading in March and I recruited you in April. And I kind of stole you from another company.
You did.
Okay, do you want to tell them what happened?
I was visiting a client out in West Lothian and I met Melody and she just said, like you'll do. And
I didn't say it like that. I was nicer.
You kind of did. If you're looking for hours, then please give me a call. And then something happened the
That
next
sounds
day.
like Melody.
Yeah, I phoned her and then or I messaged her and said like when you've got the hours that I need, and she would have had them last time. And then I met you on the Wednesday and I started not long after that.
Yes, so I think the story was we were doing private care for a client who had another company coming in. So Karen was from the other company coming in, and I watched her with the client. The client was a 100-year-old lady, and she was very lovely. And Karen had a really nice way about her when she was caring for the lady. And I was watching her because I was doing sleepovers, and Karen was doing the night visit before bed. And I was watching Karen, and I thought, I really like her. And I don't remember what happened. I approached you and I said, I have my business, and come and work for me or something like that. And Karen said, I am looking for 30 hours. And I said, well, I don't have 30 hours now, but I'll either call you or you give me a call or something like that. I don't remember the details now, but you did phone me. And by the time you phoned me, I did have the hours.
Yeah, you're right. You had
you're right.
Before.
And Karen, Karen left her other company because they wanted her to do lots of hours, and Karen didn't really need the money. She just worked in care because she loved it. And she said, I don't want to work full time. I just want to work my 30 hours.
All downhill for there.
Yeah, basically.
And from day one, she started working for us. I think she was doing 60 hours.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I remember, to begin with, when you start your care business, you have clients all over the place. And it's a bit hard to say no when a new client comes on board. And I remember you phoned me one day and said, do you realize you've just paid me more in fuel than actually visit time for the client?
Yeah, but your maps.
Geography.
Yeah, geography was a bit off. Yeah, round
Very.
the corner, about 5 miles away.
Got a new client, it's just round the corner.
Yeah, 5 miles away. Yeah.
Well,
so me and Dawn know what you're like. We've worked for you.
Yeah. Dawn is the very first person I recruited, and Karen was recruited a couple of months later. Yeah, poached. Yeah.
Started off as care assistants, and then Melody works her magic and wangles you into doing a million other roles.
Yeah.
So what was your roles?
Well, she was a care assistant, and then I said to her, come and be a supervisor. Mm-hmm. But we kept getting busy. The way my business started, guys, it was crazy. On Monday, I had no work. By Friday, I had 300 hours of work. And I think a month later, I had 500 hours. And within 2 or 3 months, I had 600 hours. And this is from a team of people who've never run a care business before. So talk about really
throwing in
the deep end. And Karen's role was supposed to be a supervisor, and I had an office and I had a desk for her. And
I was office manager. That was office manager.
Was office manager?
Yeah, bypass supervisor.
Your office manager never got a chance to do that.
Okay.
Went to office manager, yeah.
Because I remember I had her desk, I bought her nice pink stationaries, I had her filing trays and everything, all color coordinated, all pink with her seat. And every now and then I would take a photo of her desk. I was sending it to Karen. I was saying, your office desk is still here waiting for you. But we were so busy, we couldn't get you off the field.
Yeah, and I did try to come to the office and got to the top of the bypass. Went round and round about, went back down the bypass again.
Yeah, you need to go and see a client.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to work really hard. We used to work every single day. Karen, Karen, I think in 4 or 6 months only had, I don't know, a couple of weekends off in 5, 6 months.
Yeah.
And she somehow managed to create a new relationship those 2 days off. And then one day she came to the office and she saw me in a new relationship. I'm like, when did you have time to find a new man? I remember she found time.
Yeah, that new man is now my husband.
Yes, we used to work really hard. And
do on call on top of all
and
that.
you're on call, yeah. And
to get a weekend off, I had to leave the country.
that's true. If she was ever on holiday, she still had clients. So really, I remember once you went on holiday with your whole family, which you never do, but that year you did.
Yeah. That's all the time the same.
Once a week. A week out the year.
That's the only time she didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And you worked for me, well, how many years? 5 years?
I worked till 2022.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's quite...
Yeah, because you moved up
Yeah,
to
yeah,
care manager,
yeah.
registered
Yeah.
manager.
So Karen was a care, I think you came as a care supervisor, not a care assistant. You came as a supervisor, then you became a care manager, office manager, then you were a care manager, then you were my first franchisee when I decided to franchise the business.
Yeah.
So.
And back when I joined Care at Home, which was in September 2016, I was doing Care at Home for 6 months to see if I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it wasn't your background, was it?
No, it wasn't my background. My background was admin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, you had a life-changing situation, and that kind of changed everything for you.
Yeah. So I decided I'll try care and give something back.
Mm-hmm.
Did not plan to be a manager. Did not plan to have my own business, but here we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say thanks to you, but I'm not sure.
That's what happens when you meet me. Life goes out of control.
Yeah. But you brought a lot of experience from your old job because you worked for Sky, didn't you?
I worked for Sky.
Yeah, and you brought a lot of experience that you'd learned from Sky and all the trainings and things that you'd learned from them.
So that's what I missed when I was out in the field. I missed a bit of admin and Excel and Word documents. So.
And everybody in the team learned lots from you.
I trained you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you couldn't even switch a laptop on.
I couldn't even switch it on, honestly. I was petrified, the laptop.
Yeah, we were a good team. And we still are.
Yeah.
We still are.
Yeah.
Well, we've had some crazy ideas.
We brought them to life. We bring them to life.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Yeah. I think Karen and I need to sit down one day and write a book about some of our crazy experiences. And in particular, last night I was thinking about one, and I was thinking I want to mention it on the podcast, because I think people who work outside care don't realize some of the stuff that happens behind the scenes. I want to talk about Mr. H and how we got Mr. H on board. There was a client who had a stroke, am I right?
Yeah.
And he was in hospital for a year, 18 months, quite a long time.
Yeah.
He had no family in UK, and we got a phone call from social workers to say this gentleman is coming home, but he's not coming to his previous home. We've got new accommodation for him. He's going to his new accommodation. So I think we were supposed to go and receive him in his new accommodation. When we went there, we realized the flat is empty.
Yeah,
There's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there. When we reported it to the social workers, they said, "Oh no, you actually have to go to his last flat and pack his stuff and bring it to his new flat." So it was Karen, another lady who at the time was our care manager, and one of our supervisors, chap.
Yeah.
And I think we managed to phone around, get some empty boxes because we were going to get this flat emptied. And our supervisor, who's a big man, very tall and very capable, and you don't want to mess with him. He went with empty boxes to clear the flat, and because the flat was sitting empty for a long time, for 18 months, the neighbors thought he was breaking in, so they came with a big bat and they were going to attack him. They were going to attack him, And he had to just say, no, please, I'm here. I'm a
helping.
carer. I'm helper. Just moving in. Don't attack me. Don't report me to the police. And then I can't remember why you and our manager had to go in.
Was it not because I was on the couch? There was a pile of...
I think the supervisor went in. The house was really smelly, and he was worried what he was going to find out. So you guys went in.
Yeah.
So
no, was he not afraid that somebody was lying on the couch?
No, that was.
Was that another client?
No, that was.
No, yeah,
right, okay.
It's about nearly 10 years ago. We can't remember the details, but I can tell you that I was sitting in the office. I received a video call on WhatsApp, which 10 years ago wasn't very common. Karen and my manager standing and saying, Melody, we're going to this flat. It smells really off, and it smells like there's a dead body in the flat. And there was something on the sofa with a blanket over it, so they thought they were walking to a dead body. So they needed me as a witness, so in case there was something, they don't get arrested for any wrongdoing. And all it was 18 months of worth of rubbish under this blanket, and that's why the whole house was stinking. The fridge, everything was moldy and things like that. But honestly, it was one of those things that you had to be there. It was really funny. Some of the examples and stories we have from behind the scenes, still to this day, we can sit down and laugh our head off.
I think they must have seen that as your niche, Melody, because your very first client was coming home from hospital. There was no bed, there was nothing in the house, and
I had one of our first client was a lady with MS, and she had a very difficult character, but rightly so, because she was in bed for 17 years. And she was stuck in a care home for some reason for 5 months. Her nephew came all the way from Australia, found the care company, organized for us to take over, arranged for her to come home, and went back to Australia. Gave me keys, I think. I can't remember. They gave me keys as well. This is my first ever client, first time running a care business, very new, day one. The client comes home on an ambulance. We open the key, we go to this flat, and I kid you not, there was nothing. It was completely empty. There was a hospital bed that had just been delivered. It wasn't even put together. There was a mattress that wasn't blown up or anything. I'm walking in and I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I doing? The lady who then later on was my care manager, she walked in with me, and lucky for me, she was experiencing care for 16 years. She put the bed together. She brought the rubber, she just got, and the client came. There was only one chair in the house, which was completely not suitable for this lady, because this lady couldn't sit, but we had to basically put her in this chair. And I remember I had to go to Tesco and spend £800 of my own money. You name it, I bought. Blanket, mattress, duvets, bed linen, towels, dishes, food, kitchenware. Like, honestly, £800. And I started the business with very, very tight budget. I started my care business with £5,000. So pretty much a big chunk of my £5,000 went to buy all these things for her, not knowing whether I was ever going to get paid back or not. The nephew paid, but who does that?
Yeah, you never know what you're going to walk into.
You never know what you're going to walk into. And I remember the lady I was working with, I was so new in care. I had been a care assistant, but not run a care business. And I realized she's very confident. She knows what she's doing. And I said to her, do you want to be a care manager? Yes. I went, yeah, absolutely. I said, okay, you be a care manager. This is all your problem.
That's how Melody always recruited. She's learning now. You've learned.
You solved the problem. You're getting promoted.
Yeah.
Or you turn up at the office, go to your desk, and it's moved.
Yeah. You never knew where you were sitting.
Every time you went on
what
holiday,
your job title was.
When you came back from holiday, your job title had changed. You've been promoted, and your desk had moved.
Yeah. At least you've learned. You've changed them.
Yeah. You think? I just know how to disguise it better now.
But it was kind of like a natural progression for you, Karen, to then be a director of your own business.
Yeah. And when our first care manager left, you became the care manager. Yeah.
So that wasn't in my plan.
Yeah.
So how many years were you manager in that branch?
3 years.
19 to 22.
No, 3 years. Yeah. And we had good grades with you. We had 4s and 5s with you.
Yeah.
So that was very good. Do you want to add anything? How do you feel about this whole thing? How do you feel about meeting me and meeting Dawn?
Feels like a lifetime ago, eh?
It does, yeah. No, 9 years, yeah. It's gone quick, but it's good because we have a laugh.
Yeah.
In care, you need to have a laugh.
Yes.
You need to see the funny side in certain things, or
and it makes it more natural. And then if you're doing a 2-carer call, that we used to do, then if you're having a laugh, your clients are laughing as well. Because there was one client that we had did not like me at all, and Dawn, she didn't like Dawn, but she preferred Dawn.
Yeah, if the 2 years were in, I was the nice one and you were the bad one.
Yeah, I was always the bad one. I always reminded her of someone.
Yeah, when you say that, and say, oh, you must have looked like somebody, Karen. You remind her of somebody she doesn't like.
Yeah, she recognised my voice.
And that was it. As soon as you walked through that door and you spoke, that was it. And you put her in a bad mood.
Yeah.
See, just ignore her. We'll pretend she's not here.
Yeah, we've had some challenging times. And what made you think you want to start your own business? Were you drinking a lot that day?
No, I wasn't. Never ever my plan, because I didn't think I could run a business. And my new man that you talked about, so he was the one that encouraged me to go and start my own business. And he says, if you don't do it, you'll always wonder.
Yeah, that's true.
It's his fault.
And it's better having tried and failing, or having tried and not trying at all.
Yes.
You have to have certain characteristics that you're not so scared of risks and things like that. I'm not talking about massive risk, but still risk is a risk. It's not for everybody.
And you need family behind you or friends behind you. So I get a lot of support from my husband and my family.
And I think you had the wrong person as a role model to inspire you, because I don't moan a lot. So maybe you didn't realize all the difficult parts behind the scenes.
Yeah, but then I followed your footsteps, and I don't moan a lot to the wider audience.
Yeah. Well, there's no point moaning. You have to find solutions.
But then I think it doesn't matter what business you're in. I think there's good and bad in every business. So, but it's how you approach it, I think. So.
Do you know, I think if we're really honest, we love what we do. We really do.
It's a vocation more than anything.
It is. You know what's difficult, and I think it's the same in any business, is the cash flow. If you get paid on time and you can pay your bills on time, the rest is easy. Because we love, care is not easy for everyone. We love what we do. We really do. The care side of things comes easy to us. We really enjoy it. For us, it's a very sociable job. We enjoy it. We meet people. We love it. It's the cash flow part that is very difficult. And if you're relying on your local councils, every so many years they change the way they work, and then it affects your whole business model.
So your business model is based on private.
It is now. It is now. It is now.
But
it is now. But for beginning, when we started, when we weren't where we are. Remember, we are where we are, but we've had so many years behind us.
It's all the experience that you've learned over the years.
It's all the experience. But it's the cash flow. But cash flow is a thing for every business. It's a problem for every business. And the rest we love.
I was listening to a podcast this morning coming into work, and it was about good debt and bad debt. And good debt is where you can get a loan to invest in your business. It is going to benefit your business, and you'll make your profit that way. If you're going to wait on your cash flow, then it's a very long wait, and it takes a while for your business to expand that way. But if you're lucky enough to get a loan from the bank, then your business can expand and grow quite quickly compared to just waiting on your cash flow. And that's the same in any business, apparently.
Yeah. No, definitely. No, we've come a long way. Yeah. And now in your business, your grades are really good. You're 4 or 5s. How did you enjoy having your own business?
I enjoyed it. Yeah. I like the freedom it gave me as well. So I don't like having a boss. And I don't think if I ever gave up my business, I would not go back to working for someone else.
Can I say I was a good boss, by the way?
But is that not why you started your own business as well, Melody?
Yeah.
Same reason as Karen?
I didn't like having the boss. I didn't like to be told what to do.
Wasn't
Yeah.
so much, I like the fact that I don't need. I can just decide if I'm getting up in the morning. I go to the office about 10 o'clock. That doesn't mean that I start work at 10 o'clock. I've been working in the house before that, and
or maybe late at night doing your invoicing. And
so it's not. I don't have 9 to 5 hours. I'll go in, but if I decide I want to go in a bit later, I can. I just let the team know where I am.
Or if something props up, you've not
yeah.
got anybody asked to
Yeah,
to
or
get
if
the
I
time
just
off.
decide I fancy going to the garden centre today, I don't have any meetings on, then I can just do that. I don't need to ask permission to go and
Yeah,
do
so it
it.
gives you a lot of freedom.
Yeah, I have to ask permission my husband to spend money, but
Mm-hmm.
it's different.
Yeah.
Or booking holidays.
It also depends how you look at it, because again, I was listening to another podcast and I can't remember what it was, but they said something which was really interesting and I never looked at it that way. Like most people who are self-employed, they say, I like it because I don't have a boss. But really, that's not true. Our staff dictate to us,
Yep.
our clients dictate to us, the local council dictate to us. If you
You've
get
got a lot of people to answer
if you
to.
get a loan, the bank dictates to you. If you have an office that you're renting, the landlord
You've got more people
So
to answer
actually,
to.
you have more responsibilities.
Yeah.
You have more people to answer to than if you just 9 to 5 job.
true.
You know, but it's flexibility of time
Yeah.
and how you want to look at it.
And I can imagine it's quite satisfying when you've got your staff and you're doing a good job and you're looking after your clients, and then you get rewarded with your ratings. And, yeah, I can imagine it's really satisfying.
Would you do it again?
Probably.
Yeah.
She's
You're just that type
lying.
of person, Karen.
She's lying.
You're like looking for punishment.
Yeah. I like to be busy.
Yeah. You're always up to something. You're always doing something.
I also need money coming in because I like to go on holiday.
Actually, you like it that much. You've got a second business, haven't you?
I have got a second business, yes. I've got Rise West Lothian, which is seated sports. So we'll go out into the community and do that. That's fun.
It's kind of just rolled off the back of supporting older adults, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just
and being out in the community. I like being out in the community.
You're a very sociable person, aren't you?
And because of you, we met some really nice people in Rise. You know, Trevor. He's a very respected person in the industry. You know, so I've spoken to him and I've emailed him. I'm to meet him. Hopefully in April we'll meet him. We go and say hello.
Yeah, because you're going to be giving a talk, aren't you? You've got a space at the International
My
Franchise.
first public talk, and I'm going to talk about
petrified.
you. You know, they told me I'm not allowed to advertise the business, but I need to still talk about something.
Related to your business?
Yeah, related to my business. What's the point of going all the way to London to exhibit and spend all 10 grand to exhibit your business, and then I'm not allowed to talk about my business?
So
how long?
No, I'm paying them 10 grand.
How long's your slot?
Half an hour.
That's quite a long time.
An hour. It's quite a long time.
That's quite a long time.
But we can talk forever.
Yeah.
About anything.
Yeah. Do you have anything deep you want to talk about? Any advice to future franchisees?
No, I don't think so. Just go for it. You won't regret it if you come and work with these two.
I think the beauty of the franchise is that you've got other people to offload to. I mean, things maybe aren't going to plan, or things need to change, or you need strategies in place. You've got other people that bounce ideas off.
Yeah, you need somebody else out with your business to do that, because you wouldn't do that to your staff.
Yeah.
It's
part of leadership. Again, this is something that I heard, that you never vent down, always vent up. So, and that goes for any role really. But and you've not got anywhere else to go.
Sideways.
Yeah, if you're at the top, unless you've got like a support group like this, then there is nowhere else to go. Who do you vent down to? Nobody. You have to vent up.
Well, it's true. When I first started, I couldn't exactly go to my competitors and ask for help.
And you couldn't offload to your staff because they'd be like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
You'd panic them. So.
Yeah. And there's a lot of experiences that when they happen at the time, you think, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. I'm the only one. I must be the only one with cash flow problems. I must be the only one. And if you don't get paid on time by the local authority, and you call them, and the general answer is, oh, you should have cash reserves. And I'm like, well, I have cash reserves, but I don't have 400,000 worth of cash reserves. You owe me money. But they can easily make you feel like I'm in the wrong and I've not done something right. And then when you start going to speak to the competitors and speak to people who are in the same work is you realize, oh my God, you're so not the only one.
Yeah.
Um,
And part of learning
yeah.
is getting out your comfort zone, being able to ask curious questions
Mhm.
and build your own knowledge. Because especially in our industry, everything changes, so it can change quite quickly, and changes.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been a year where anything stayed the same,
Mhm.
and it is a learning curve all the time. So we're always learning and developing.
Karen, what's for the future? Do you think you'll ever retire?
I'll always retire.
Yeah.
That's your number one plan.
Yeah, retire. But retire, but still do something, because I'd be bored. And I can only go so many holidays.
So when the time comes, maybe you want to sell your Meloosha Homecare, come and tell us so we can advertise it for you.
Maybe something with just a wee bit less accountability and responsibility.
Yeah.
Where you can just put your feet up a bit.
Yeah. Or come and work here.
She will find your own Melody, makes them up. She'll make one up for you.
Well, you know, if you have good people in the network, you don't want to let them go.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, she'll be this time she'll be asking for 10 hours and I'll find her 50.
And I think it says a lot for you as well, Melody, that generally everybody that started with you is still in the organisation somewhere doing something.
Yeah.
So I think that says a lot.
Yeah.
Because I've got somebody in my team who's been in this network since coming up 9 years in July.
And you even had a care manager who was
part of the old
yeah.
part of the old gang.
If they want to do well and they're interested, we find something for them.
Yeah. And I think that's been right through. There's been opportunities for people to grow and expand. Doesn't matter what you want to do. If you want to, you'll find a way to do it. So
if you have good people around you, you want to keep them.
Yeah.
And if we have worked so hard to train these people, why would I want them to go and work for someone else? Obviously, if they do want to go, great. You know, they can go. But if they want to stay, then great.
Yeah. And in general, if people stay in the sector, they stay with the organisation. So that I think that says a lot.
So we started the podcast to talk about culture, but I think we went off subject.
Karen's journey.
That's what Karen's journey. And it's true. You're visiting today, so it's by you. Yeah. Would you do anything different?
No, probably do it when I was younger, but then I didn't have the experience younger. That's the only thing I would probably say.
Yeah. Karen, you're only in your 50s. You're very young still.
I know.
But yeah.
Although quite a lot of clients think I'm their age group. I had one yesterday, or the other day, and I was out shooting. Back in our day, and I'm like, okay.
I'm not that old.
It's because of your silver hair.
It is.
Silver fox.
Yeah, I remember. So the age gap between me and Karen is only 5 years. Okay, and you came working for me 9 years ago. So you obviously we were both 9 years younger. And I remember, I can't remember what happened, but in Scotland you have to do your SVQs. It's a must. So I think England is not like that just yet. And although I recruited Karen, I never really paid attention to her age. I did assume she was in her 60s. This is back in the day when we were both in our 40s.
Definitely here. You're not wearing wrinkles.
So it's the hair color, yeah. And I remember, I can't remember what the story was, but Karen came to me and said, I'm really interested to do my SVQs. And I remember thinking, wow, she's amazing, even in her 60s. I never told you, but I did think it. I was like, wow, amazing. And I thought, would I be like this in my 60s? Would I want to go and do new studies and pass courses and tests and exams and things like that? And then it wasn't until I don't know what I was doing in your file that I saw the age, and I thought, oh my God, she's only 5 years older than me.
Should have written off.
Yeah, I was so impressed by you, and then I wasn't.
Thanks.
Everybody though, you done the best with your SPQs. You managed to get them done like that. It wasn't a struggle for you. You managed to get them done quite quickly.
I got them done. Yeah.
I don't know how you managed to get the time to get them done, but you did.
Yeah. I don't know if I wouldn't do another SPQ.
You've done
my studying's over.
You've done
Although
your.
You're not studying for an SPQ. You're writing about your experience.
Yeah, you've done your 3s and 4s.
Yes.
You study for your 4s though. It's not just writing up. You need to study for it.
I've got my SPQ 4, which is I'm proud of because I left school with no qualifications at all.
That's good.
Proved them all wrong, Karen.
Yep, I did. Yeah. Left the school with nothing and no O grades because back in the day it was O grades. No, well, I had a couple of grades, but at that time nobody would have thought I would run a business.
It's experience, it's life experience. And especially nowadays, I have a daughter in university, and we've kind of gone a whole circle. Now they're saying a lot of courses you don't need to go to university. Whereas I remember 20, 30 years ago, my ex-husband couldn't get a job because he didn't have a degree. And at the age of 27, he went to university so he could have options.
I think it's the other way around now. I think
Yeah,
a lot of the
whereas
time people
now
are
they
looking for
don't.
experience, and you can go to uni and spend 4 years in uni learning and come out, and because you've not got that experience, you won't get the job.
And it was in education news a few days ago that they're talking about in England, I don't think that's in Scotland, cutting funding for certain courses. And as an example, they used art courses. And one of the courses was the course that my daughter is doing. So not everybody can go to university if they have to pay $9,000, themselves, if there's no funding for it. Because in England you have to pay.
Yeah, so there'll be certain areas that people just won't be doing or learning in.
Yeah.
Did you go to uni?
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't. I left high school at 16, and I started off as a hairdresser. Done that for about 2 years, and then I left because I wouldn't give me my dad's wedding off. I never took a day off in my life, and asked for that one day, and she was like, "No, I'm coming back from my holidays," so I just didn't go back. And then what else did I do from there?
See, if you got that day off, you wouldn't be sitting here.
No, I'd be a hairdresser. I would be, God knows where I'd be Nicky Clack.
Yeah. It's funny how life happens.
Yeah. And then I worked for my very first job in home care. I worked for a home care company, and I worked there for about a year and a half. Oh God, I had the loads to learn. I remember I went to this client, and a supervisor come in, checking the medication, and the inhaler had run out, and I hadn't reported it. And I hadn't reported it because I didn't even know it needed filled. I didn't know I had to check that or needed filled. So there was lots and lots of things. And I went to work for a gentleman on his own as a PA for a while, and then I worked in a care home. I learnt lots in a care home, actually.
Oh, we worked the same care
home. You worked night shift, and I worked day shift.
And didn't know you then.
No, but that was run like very regimental, and I learned a lot about standards in that care home, and I managed to apply that. And then after that, I came and worked for you, and I've been with you ever since.
So it depends what education and what route you're going. In certain things, I don't want to say education is overrated. I come from Iran, by the way. If my parents find out I've said that, they'd kill me. But I went to university. I have a degree. I have 2 master's degree. I was actually thinking about it. Never worked. My degree was in engineering, and my 2 masters was in IT and management and supply chain. I'm now thinking, well, it's not that I'm thinking, ChatGPT told me my education probably helped a lot in where I am now. But really, did I use my engineering degree? Never. I had met my husband by then. I wanted to stay in Edinburgh. Edinburgh is not really an engineering type of city. I went to financial banking sector. I worked there for 10 years. You find your way somehow.
That's like being at school. I don't think to this day I've ever used algebra.
No.
Yeah.
But it's funny because when I worked, I was never ambitious, ever. And I was quite happy it's not just being a care assistant, but I wasn't ambitious and didn't want to be in the office. I thought that would be quite stressful. And then you being you, and I was quite timid and I wouldn't say no, and I just kind of got roped into doing all these things. and now I work in the head office, working with all the business owners. Never in a million years would I have thought I would do that.
But can I say, I have learned so much more nowadays because we have podcasts and videos and this type of training. I'm not one for sitting down and studying and reading.
So you learn from podcasts?
I learned so much from podcasts.
It's a bit like coaching, isn't it?
It's
all coaching and mentoring.
So this is a podcast. You're expecting people to learn from this?
Yes.
Learn what not to do.
Learn what not to do. Learn to enjoy the moment. Care is very difficult. Business is very difficult. Someone has to do it. If it was easy, everybody would have done it. True. But the fact that we come from such humble backgrounds and we've done it means you can do it too.
Yeah.
So that's what you learn from it.
Yeah, and that comes with experience. You learn from your mistakes so other people don't make them. That's
and I would say the only job really we have as business owners is problem solving. Don comes to me with a problem and not straight away, but within half a day or a couple of days, I have 100 different scenarios listed this way, listed that way. You came to me with an issue last week, and I was on holiday, and then that was it. My brain was back to work, and we have lots of options now. So I think that's what our jobs is. Okay, we need to run things smoothly and blah blah, and it's really important to know what you're good at, what you're not good at, and what you're not good at, you recruit.
Yeah.
People do it, and you do what you're good at.
And I think it's really important for business owners to get out that environment and get away from the day-to-day work and just to get that headspace to really think strategically and forward plan. Because I think as a business owner,
next meeting abroad, maybe.
Oh, that'd be lovely. But I think as a business owner, you always have to.
You're laughing, but you know it's going to happen.
You always have to be ahead of the game, thinking of the bigger vision, the bigger goal all the time, and it's very easy to lose track of that.
We share the same accountant, so sometimes when I put costs through, I'm thinking she's going to see in my account, she's going to see in your account. So she's going to believe me when I say that was business, honestly. Yeah, but I think what I'm very good at is bullying you guys to follow me and be where you are now.
Yeah.
So, no, she goes to the bathroom and then comes back in. I've got an idea.
Oh no.
Let's stop going to the bathroom.
Yeah. Melody comes up with ideas and hands it over to you and says, right, make that work.
Yeah. I don't know how to get it to work.
Yeah,
that's your job. I just know it's possible. How are we going to deliver it?
And we do. Like I say, we bring it comes to life. It starts off as an idea.
Yes.
Starts off as an idea.
And we're small enough that we can make changes very quickly.
Yeah.
Bigger organizations, it's more difficult to make changes, but we can. And also, although our franchise network is still new, it's only 11 franchisees, but when we ever want to pilot something, we call Karen. She's up for anything.
Yeah, we call her our guinea pig because she's very happy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll just try it.
Yeah. I think we've had enough of litter.
Yeah, can I get food next time?
A holiday for Psycho and food.
We've just moved to a new office, so we're a bit short on cups and cutlery and seats. And we're getting there. We're getting there.
No lunch.
It's cash flow.
Yeah.
In our defense, you came after lunch.
I didn't. I came at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
I brought my own tea and an orange.
Luckily, you brought an orange.
That was my lunch.
Yeah, we have orange in the fridge and we have tea. You just didn't ask for it.
Go and have a nosy.
No, you're all right. I'm going home now.
Well, thank you very much for coming. That you are now part of our episode 3.
All right.
We have one tomorrow, episode 4. I think we're going to finally talk about culture.
Yeah, we'll try. Unless we get distracted.
Yeah. Thank you very much for listening.